He says that in school, a lot of the questions that he was asked was centered around race, in which I will detail in the following, and I quote, "Why did blacks play professional basketball but not coach it? What did that girl mean from school when she said she didn't think of me as black? Why were all the black men in action movies switchblade welding lunatics except for maybe the one decent black guy, the sidekick, who always seemed to end up getting killed?" Unquote. He says something about his mother, in which reminds me of my mother, that still makes me mad to this day. But he says, and I quote, "Despite whatever my mother might claim, the bullies, cheats, and self-promoters seem to be doing quite well, while those who she considers good and decent people seem to get screwed an awful lot." Unquote. He says he was from everywhere and nowhere all at once, and he was unsure of where he belonged, but also says that he did find refuge in books, and in the habit of reading was because of his mother, because when he would get bored and have nothing to do, she would say, and I quote, "Go read a book, then come back and tell me something you learned." While living with his grandparents, him and his grandpa went to a church that was having a rummage sale while he was in the 10th grade, and he got a bin of hardcover books in which consist of titles by Ralph Ellison, Langston Hughes, Robert Penn Warren, Dostoevsky, D.H. Lawrence, and Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says that he read all of those books sometimes after basketball practice and sometimes after having a six-pack with his friends or his buddies. He would read his books in his granddad's old Ford Granada, and he went to other rummage sales looking for more. But he also says that his intellectualism proved mostly worthless when it came to strategies for picking up women. And for you youngsters out there, you know most women don't really like smart guys because the relationship is basically about you getting outsmarted by her. And if you're smart, you'll catch on too fast and the whole plan's fucked. That's just worst case scenario, but we must continue. And Obama says that he was in a series of affectionate, but I might butcher this too, chastity relationships. And I had to look up what the fuck that meant. And that basically means you ain't getting no kitty cat. And these chicks were basically religious, celibate, and supposedly moral and ethical. Obama says that he didn't believe in politics, but the 2 years that he spent in Occidental, whatever the hell that is, gave him a quote-unquote political awakening, as if the people in politics were actors in a rigged game, and he decided he wanted no part of it. He says he was inspired by leaders of the civil rights movements like Martin Luther King, John Lewis, Bob Moses, Fannie Lou Hamer, and Diane Nash, saying that they would go door to door to register voters. And